Hello, my friend. I'm glad you're here again. Before we dive in, take a slow breath in, hold it gently, and let it go. Let the world quiet for a moment. Let your heart catch up to your body. Let yourself arrive, fully, softly, honestly. Today's question is one that lives quietly behind almost every human struggle. Why do we hide the parts of ourselves that need love the most, showing the world only the versions we think will be accepted? It's a question we rarely ask aloud, not because the answer is complicated, but because the truth is painfully simple. We hide our tender places not because they are unlovable, but because they are the places where we fear love the most. Let's walk into this gently, piece by piece. 1. Because the parts of us that need love are the same parts that have been hurt before. A wound doesn't heal by being exposed to danger, so the heart learns a quiet survival strategy. Hide what hurts, protect what's fragile, cover what has been rejected. You might not even be aware you're doing it. A person who was mocked for crying learns to smile through pain. A person who was rejected for being vulnerable learns to appear strong. A person who was ignored when they needed attention learns to act like they need nothing. A person who was shamed for their quirks learns to become likable. But the hidden parts remain, longing to be seen, aching to be held, waiting to exhale. We hide our softest truths because life taught us once, or many times, that honesty can be dangerous. And so we hide the exact places where love is needed. 2. Because we're terrified of losing love once it finally arrives. This is the paradox of the heart. The moment someone gets close, the part of you that longs for love is the same part that whispers, "What if they leave once they see the real me?" So instead of letting them see the fear, the insecurity, the longing, the softness, the confusion, you give them the version of you that feels safe. The polite version, the funny version, the accomplished version, the unbothered version, the put-together version. A woman once told me, "I want to be loved deeply, but I only show the parts of me someone could love, never the parts that need love." That's the human condition in one sentence. We think we are protecting ourselves from heartbreak, but what we're really doing is starving ourselves of connection. 3. Because being rejected for a mask hurts less than being rejected for our truth. When you show someone only the polished version of yourself, if they reject you, you can tell yourself it wasn't really you they rejected. But if you show your true loneliness, your fears, your insecurities, your tenderness, and that gets rejected, it feels unbearable. So people choose the safer pain, the pain of not being known over the pain of being known and dismissed. A man once shared, "I would rather be loved for my mask than risk showing my real face and ending up unloved." But here's the heartbreak. He didn't feel loved at all, just accepted for a version of himself he didn't even enjoy living. Masks protect connection, but they prevent intimacy. 4. Because society rewards performance, not authenticity. From a young age, you learn the rules. Be good, be strong, be successful, be pleasant, be normal, be stable, be easy to understand. People praise the roles you perform, not the truths you carry. We're taught that the world accepts versions, not fullness. You are applauded for strength, rewarded for usefulness, respected for competence, but rarely embraced for vulnerability. So, you adapt. You give the world what it wants from you, and hide what you wish the world could handle. But the parts you hide don't disappear. They grow heavier in the dark. 5. Because vulnerability feels like losing control, and control feels safer than love. To show someone the parts of you that are scared, sad, confused, unsure, or needy means letting go of control. It means trusting someone else with something fragile. It means not knowing how they'll react. It means stepping into the unknown. And the unknown feels dangerous, especially for those who have been hurt. A person who survived childhood chaos may hide their tears because tears once meant danger. A person who faced abandonment may hide their needs because needs once pushed people away. A person who was punished for being emotional may hide their heart because their heart was once unsafe. We fear vulnerability because vulnerability means surrendering control, and control is what kept us alive. 6. Because we carry shame for the parts of ourselves that were never meant to be hidden. Shame is not the feeling that says, "I made a mistake." Shame is the feeling that says, "I am the mistake." We bury the parts of us that carry shame. The jealousy, the loneliness, the sadness, the anger, the confusion, the neediness, the imperfections, the scars. But those are not shameful things. They are human things. A man once told me, "I hide my sadness because I grew up believing sadness made me weak." A woman said, "I hide my anger because I was taught that girls shouldn't feel it." Another said, "I hide my sensitivity because it was always mocked." We hide the wounded parts not because they are bad, but because someone once convinced us they were unlovable. But those are the exact parts that most need love. 7. Because we confuse being loved with being accepted for a role. People often say they want love, but what they've been taught to seek is acceptance. And acceptance is not the same as love. Acceptance is conditional. I like you when you are like this. Love is unconditional. I'm here even when you're not at your best. But unconditional love is so rare that people stop believing in it. They settle for conditional love and hide anything that might threaten it. They become the version that others approve of instead of the person their soul is asking them to be. But the cost of conditional love is the quiet heartbreak of never truly being seen. 8. Because sometimes the person we're hiding from is ourselves. This might be the deepest truth of all. We hide our sadness, our wounds, our insecurities, not only from others, but from ourselves. We tell ourselves we're fine. We keep busy. We distract. We numb. We avoid. We push away the parts of ourselves that hold pain because we fear opening old doors. But what we hide will eventually come looking for us. In anxiety, in loneliness, in burnout, in relationships that don't feel fulfilling, in moments of emotional collapse. The parts we hide are not trying to shame us. They are trying to return home. So how do we begin to show the parts of ourselves that need love? Not by forcing openness, not by spilling everything at once, not by performing vulnerability. We begin gently, slowly, softly. Here are ways to start. Notice what you hide, not to judge it, but to understand it. Offer love internally first, before seeking it from others. Take small risks. Share one honest emotion with someone safe. Let yourself need things without apology. Choose relationships that welcome your truth, not your performance. Understand that being fully known is a slow unfolding, not a sudden reveal. Remember that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the birthplace of connection. And most importantly, treat your hidden parts like children, with patience, with kindness, with warmth. They are not broken, they are simply waiting for you to turn toward them. A final story. A woman once told me something quietly profound. She said she had spent years pretending to be the strong one. At work, at home, with friends. She carried everyone, never cried, never asked for help. One night, she broke down in front of a close friend. She apologized over and over, saying she felt ashamed for not being strong. Her friend looked at her and said, "You've always been strong, but tonight you're letting me love you." She said that sentence changed her life because she finally realized something. The parts of us that need love the most are not the polished parts, but the trembling ones, the ones we hide, the ones we silence, the ones we think will scare people away. But those are the parts that love was meant for. And when you finally let someone see them, someone worthy, you discover something beautiful. Where you see weakness, others see humanity. Where you see shame, others see tenderness. Where you see brokenness, others see courage. Where you hide away, others step closer. And in that moment, you realize you never needed to hide at all. Thank you for being here, for giving yourself this moment to reflect. Stay gentle, stay curious, and stay kind. And if this question spoke to you, continue your journey with us on Yarven's Questions. More stories, more reflections, and more quiet truths are waiting for you. Take care, my friend. Until next time.